Most riders who bought a fuel-injected bike will tell you that they bought it because a carbureted dirt bike can't run as well. I'd like to argue that an older carbureted dirt bike can run 99% as well as a fuel-injected bike for an average rider. But first, you gotta ask, what makes fuel-injected dirt bikes so good? Well, in my opinion, after owning and riding both fuel-injected and carbureted dirt bikes, 2-stroke and 4-stroke, I think it really comes down to two main things. One, how it starts, and two, what's the throttle response like? And in each of those categories, what makes fuel-injected so much better? Well, when it comes to starting, it starts virtually instantly every single time, whether it's one kick or one push of the electric start button, as opposed to a carbureted bike, which when it's not running well, it's gonna be harder to start, whether it's 2, 3, 5, 10 kicks. You gotta do your ritual where you're fiddling with the throttle, the choke, the hot start. You gotta lean it over 47 degrees. You gotta dance around it, say a prayer, and hope it starts. Okay, maybe your bike is not that hard to start, but sometimes it can be. And then number two is the throttle response. When you think fuel injected, you probably think perfect, crisp throttle response, no hesitation. Boom, 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 wham, wham, bum, bum. As opposed to a carbureted bike, which might be boggy, sputtery. It's not only annoying and frustrating, but it can be dangerous when you're trying to go over a jump, or if you're riding in the woods like me, you're trying to ride up a steep hill, get over a log, and it bogs right when you need to accelerate. And you end up stalling out and falling. Hopefully you don't get hurt from that. That makes fuel injection really desirable because you get crisp throttle response every single time, or at least it should be like that. And while I prefer fuel injection for these reasons, I still ride carbureted bikes, I still tune them, and I will argue that most dirt bikes can run 99% as well as a fuel injected bike. But why do so many carbureted bikes run so poorly? Whether it's hard to start, they don't want to idle very well or stay running, they're boggy, sputtery, leaking fuel. Why is this? Well, there's a lot of different variables, but I just wrote down 6 quick things. One, they can come like this from the factory. Sometimes the factory tunes their carbs really rich or really lean, and they don't run very well even when you buy them new, which I don't think is right. But two, it could just be that you're riding in a different climate that it was originally tuned for, or maybe it ran well and then you went to a different climate and now it doesn't run well. Number 3 is mods, whether it's upgrading the intake, the engine, or the exhaust, whether you did it or the owner before you did it to your bike. If they upgraded something and they didn't change or adjust the carb so that it's tuned properly for that mod, it might not run as well. This is because those mods are changing the air-fuel ratio, or the jetting, even though you didn't change a jet. Number 4 is parts wearing out. This could be from the engine, or it could just be from the carb itself. And when parts wear out, they don't run as efficiently, and in this case, it could be jetting symptoms such as hard to start, poor throttle response, or lacking power. Number 5 could just be from your bike sitting for so long, whether it's 6 months or 6 years. Gas sitting in a carburetor that long tends to break down, and it gums up and it clogs jets and passages in the carb, which cause it to not run as well. And number 6 reason why a lot of carbs don't run very well is because of using wrong or poor quality fuel. Now, each dirt bike manufacturer has recommended fuel and oil, like if you have a 2-stroke, that you should be using. And if you're using a different kind of fuel, or it's old or just poor quality fuel, it's not gonna run as well. So what do you do if your carb is running poorly? Well, in my opinion, here's the 3 best ways you can do it. Number 1, you can just guess by going richer or leaner, or which jet to change, hoping that it'll fix the problem. You might get lucky and get it right away, but it could take hours or days, and a lot of missed riding time just from trying to troubleshoot a bike that doesn't run well. Number 2 is buying a new carburetor. If you're buying a cheap knockoff one, like 35, 50 bucks on eBay or Amazon, good luck. You might get it to run well, but from my experience, the quality is a lot lower. They're harder to tune and they don't last as long. It just doesn't have the same reliability and performance as a genuine OEM carb, which if you do go with that, a brand new one, that's gonna be pretty expensive, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 bucks, depending on which bike and model you have. Now, number 3 way is using my sounds and symptoms tuning method. This is where I break it down into 3 simple steps, where you start with the simple stuff, whether it's making a change on your bike that caused the problem, and just going through a checklist of like the gas, spark plug, choke, all that. And then number 2 is identifying which jet circuit is causing the problem. And number 3 is recognizing whether it's rich or lean. And this can be easily done, even if you've never done it before, by listening to, paying attention to what your bike is telling you. There's certain sounds and symptoms that tell you whether it's rich or lean and where the problem is actually coming from. And if you want to know the best place to start tuning your carburetor, even if you're a new rider or a complete beginner with carburetors, my favorite place to start is the air or fuel mixture screw. And if you want to know if your carburetor has an air screw or a fuel screw, you should check out this video right here. I'm Kelly Feig from MXHideout. Ride safe, have fun.